how the current mayor is wasting your money, how he's running our city into the ground, and how you, the taxpayer, is getting ripped off every single day. This is a very serious broadcast today. I'm going to be highlighting some major failures and just incompetencies and discrepancies and liberties being taken by the current mayor when it comes to your money. And I'm going to be highlighting many things today. I want to show you a few things I'm going to talk about right now. This is one of the headlines I'm going to share, and you can see here, Sadiq Khan shamed. Transport for London bosses' pay increased by £10 million as London Transport struggles because we know it's going bankrupt. The next headline you're going to see is this. Sadiq Khan reveals his biggest ever hike of council tax share at nearly 10%. A 10% raise in your taxes right now in the biggest recession we've seen in 300 years. And finally, this is one of the slides I'm going to show you, and that is this. Transport for London spends £1 million on luxury flights and hotels under the current mayor's watch. And this is just a few of the many headlines I want to share with you today, because I want to talk about what he is trying to hide from you. Because if we look at his social media platforms right now, what do we see? All we see is lockdown, lockdown, lockdown. He's using fear as a weapon to scare you into his agenda. He's not thinking about your future, your jobs, your businesses, your children's education, their future. He is just trying to lock you down. And while he does that, we see extreme financial mismanagement taking place. And I want to address this right now, because I'm not talking about some incompetent politician with absolutely zero business experience. That's true. That's what he is. I'm also not talking about someone who's never run an organization or a business in his life. He's never held anyone accountable. That's true. That's true as well. What I'm actually talking about is this: a blatant disregard for your hard-earned money. That's what's happening here. And that's at a time when most of us don't have any money left. Our savings are declining. We're losing our jobs. We have no chance to work. And this man is right now spending your money, but it gets worse. He's also raising your taxes. And today I want to show you how he's wasted tens and hundreds of millions of pounds of your taxpayer money on frivolous expenses that should have never been paid for. And I want to show you at the same time how he has bankrupted Transport for London nearly twice. He's defunded the police. He's defunded the fire brigade. And he's failed to account for £1.8 billion that he was given to build affordable housing in this city. Where are the homes? None have been built. And if that wasn't enough, lastly, I want to show you how he's done all of this and had the audacity to ask you for more money. And that's what he's doing lately. You saw the headline recently. He's just raised your council taxes by 10%. 10% during the biggest recession in 300 years. But it gets worse. He has raised and extended the congestion charges. We've all seen the headlines. Not only are they up, not only are they 24/7, not only are they 7 days a week, he's now extended the congestion charge zone out even further, taking more of your money. He's also raised your transportation fares. This comes from a mayor who campaigned in 2016 to freeze fares. And now he's raised your fares and he's going to raise them again. And I want to talk about all of these issues today because they're being swept under the rug. They're being hidden from you. And he's putting in front of your face the lockdown agenda, the panic from the pandemic. Meanwhile, he's wasting your money, raising your taxes, and mismanaging all of his departments. And I want to ask you some questions now, because all of you are live on many platforms here, and I want to hear from you, because it's you, the taxpayer and the citizen, that I want to hear from, because it's you who matters. It's your vote. It's your future. And I want to ask you right now how you feel about this. So please answer the following questions and type them into wherever you're watching this, or put these in the comments after the broadcast and see what people are saying in these comments. If you want to know what's really happening, look at the comments. This is the first question I want to ask you. Do you think that taxpayer money should be spent by your mayor on six-figure salaries, on gold-plated pensions, on first-class flights, on his personal PR, and on a publicly funded political campaign New Year's Eve show? Do you believe that? Please leave your comments below. Next, do you think that during a recession, the biggest one in the past 300 years, that the mayor should increase your transport fares, should increase your council taxes, and also increase your congestion charges? Do you think that's fair? Please leave me your questions below and comments. Next, do you think the mayor should allow the TfL to go bankrupt while simultaneously defunding the police, defunding the fire brigade, and also building no homes with the 1.8 billion pounds he got from the government? Do you think that's correct? And lastly, do you think we need new leadership? Do you think we need new ideas? Do you think we need to take London, the UK, maybe even your city in a new direction? So please leave me your comments below. Again, please stay tuned. And if you're here with me now, please share this video to your social media contacts, your email list, to anybody you think that this is important for. And it's important for all of us. This is happening right now, right under our noses. No one's talking about it, which is why we are here as independent media to show you what's really going on behind the scenes. So today, I've got 3 parts to this broadcast. And again, you are part of this. I want to hear from your comments. The first, I want to talk about how the current mayor of London is wasting taxpayer money. And I'm going to give you details. First of all, you're going to see how Transport for London bosses have seen their pay increase by £10 million, all the while TfL is struggling and nearly going bankrupt twice. You're also going to see how TfL bonuses have skyrocketed during lockdown, spending £12 million on bonuses. You're also going to see how the TfL pensions have increased by £828 million under the current mayor. That's a lot of money, £828 million. What could that be doing right now for our mental health, for our economy, for our children? Think about those numbers. Next, I'm going to show you how those TfL perks are being spent without any regard for the taxpayer on luxury flights and hotels. And then I'm going to show you how £42 million is being spent a year on frivolous expenses like taxis, vending machines, luxury coffee machines, and water coolers. But it gets worse. The current mayor is also spending £1 million per year on his own personal PR. £1 million, imagine that. He's also spent over £1 million on a customer service survey, a customer satisfaction survey, £1 million. And finally, we're going to talk about his £1.5 million publicly funded political campaign New Year's Eve show. This was never approved. We were never told it was going to happen. And it was £1.5 million of taxpayer money for what was really a political agendized campaign for mayor. It's unacceptable. Next part, I want to show you how he's just failed economically in mismanagement, failed all of the departments that report to him. We've seen TfL go bankrupt nearly twice. We've seen him defund the police by £110 million. We've seen him defund the fire brigade. The fire brigade, these are people we rely on to save us in times of fires. We saw how much they were needed in the Grenfell tragedy. He's defunded them by £25 million. And we've also seen how the mayor was given £1.8 billion to build affordable housing. Where did that money go?